And this is humiliating for any human being to go through. And perhaps it's easy to forget that, but I'm a human being.
Amber Heard supporters continue to use the term DARVO to describe Johnny Depp. So let's look into what that means. DARVO is an acronym that starts for Deny, Attack, Reverse Victim, and Offender. It means that the abuser claims victimhood by making false allegations. It's now alleged that it is actually Amber who is employing the strategy. So what exactly is the DARVO strategy? How is it related to Depp and Heard? Keep watching to find out. DARVO is an acronym that stands for Deny, Attack, and Reverse Victim and Offender. Some researchers and advocates have described it as a common psychological abuser manipulation strategy. The abuser denies the abuse ever occurred, attacks the victim for trying to hold the abuser accountable, and claims that they, the abuser, are the victim in the situation, thus reversing the victim-offender dynamic. This usually entails both playing the victim and victim blaming. Fans of Depp and Heard are divided, accusing the other party of using the strategy. What makes it so effective? Dr. Freud and Sarah Harsey demonstrated in 2020 that observers given accounts of abuse followed by a DARVO response was less likely to believe the victim than a control group. According to Vedera, understanding why DARVO is so effective requires understanding himpathy, a term coined by philosopher Kate Manne in her 2017 book Down Girl: The Logic of Misogyny, to describe the excessive sympathy shown toward male perpetrators of sexual violence. In general, we empathize with men more than women. We are fine with asking women to put up with sexism, including violence, as part of a feminine gender role and to protect men's reputation and power. DARVO makes use of these cultural biases. The media is frequently complicit. Every time the media focuses on what a man stands to lose by being accused of sexual assault, DARVO's power grows, says Vedera. Who is selected for DARVO? A power imbalance is required for DARVO to occur. Therefore, it works best when the abuser has more social capital than the victim. The verdict in the UK trial was Mr. Justice Nicol determined on November 2, 2020, that assaults were proven to the civil standard in 12 of the 14 incidents reported by NGN. The 129-page verdict examined all 14 alleged incidents separately and in the context of the entire evidence presented. The court found no evidence to support Depp's claim that the incident was a hoax. Heard versus Depp. Depp's final argument. Depp's legal team has maintained that Heard was the abusive partner in their relationship and that Heard's allegations against Depp were false and had destroyed his life. What is the goal of DARVO? The abuser can create a scapegoat story to cultivate biases against the target and rally bystanders to their cause. Were Johnny's pockets and connections too deep for Amber to be heard? The world is ecstatic about Johnny Depp's victory over his evil ex-wife. Amber Heard did not make the best impression in her court appearance or even the worst-case scenario, because that would be an understatement. We can be certain that Amber Heard is not entirely incorrect. With the DARVO strategy, she lost a defamation case, not a domestic violence case. What about the fan reactions on Amber Heard's DARVO strategy? Here you go. One user commented, "So let's see how that works for Amber. Deny. I wasn't going to punch you. I was slamming you." She also claims that she had done nothing wrong. Despite admitting to it on tape, she denies ever doing drugs or starting a physical fight. Amber physically injures Johnny's face, as evidenced by numerous photographs. She also severed his finger. Furthermore, she would verbally attack him for almost anything. This is also recorded. Yes, Johnny would respond with nasty shit, but he never started it. Amber told the world in 2016 that she was the victim. She also tried to dupe Johnny into thinking he broke her nose by impersonating blood with nail polish. She accused Johnny of abusing her if he defended himself. Then she made up insane stories about victimhood, offender, basically the same as the attack. She was the true abuser in the relationship, and there's plenty of evidence to prove it. You can see it all in the courtroom evidence, but don't make any comments on this case until you have. Another user commented that, "I've noticed that she describes herself 99% of the time when she talks about Johnny and others. She reveals a lot about herself by doing this." One more comment says, "Ignoring them all, including all 12 of her personalities, she's admitted to 4, but clearly there are more." Another fan says, "I despise the fact that they continue to use it. DARVO was inspired by child abuse survivors. Furthermore, the majority of DARVO study participants are female. There are some male participants, but their numbers are disproportionate. There are even fewer LGBTQIA+ people participating. Furthermore, there isn't a lot of research. Understandable, this is a very sensitive topic, and even less research based on long-term romantic relationships. A lot of it is on kids. I believe the best answer is that we don't know who used DARVO, but AH 100% gaslit JD a lot. Who do you think used the DARVO strategy more? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.